What if missing your flight became the greatest blessing of your life? Stay with me, because this story will change how you see every choice you make. The loudspeaker echoed across the terminal. Last call for flight to 87 headed to Seattle. She sprinted, heels tapping against the shiny airport floor, her jacket flying behind her like feathers. Lily's gaze darted across gate numbers in a haze. Her bag bounced with every stride. But she paid no attention. She was almost there, just a couple more steps, and help, please anybody. A weak, shaky voice stopped her in her tracks. She spun around. Collapsed beside a line of chairs was an elderly gentleman, in a wrinkled charcoal jacket, a walking stick resting on the ground next to him. His palm gripped his chest, his expression filled with terror and distress. Lily stood motionless. The boarding area was right there. The flight she had scrimped for half a year to purchase. The career opportunity that could finally change everything was awaiting in Seattle. Every sacrifice she had made, all the hardships she had faced, led to this single instant. But then the elderly gentleman gasped once more, and Lily's compassion conquered her logic. She rushed back. 20-9-year-old Lily Carter wasn't a savior. She never saw herself as remarkable. A restaurant server by day and healthcare aide by night, she maintained a humble existence in Cleveland. She'd been raised the oldest of her siblings, brought up by a single mom who showed her that compassion wasn't measured by possessions. It was defined by generosity. Lily offered everything she possibly could, and on this day, she surrendered her destiny, or at least it appeared that way. She dropped to her knees next to the elderly gentleman, feeling his heartbeat, questioning if he could inhale, applying everything she'd absorbed throughout her experience. Caring for senior citizens, terminal employees hurried over. Emergency responders arrived shortly after. Amid the commotion, the aircraft departed. Her identity was announced multiple times. She remained silent. Once the elderly gentleman was stable and transported away, the departure had vanished. Along with it went her chance at the most significant breakthrough of her existence. Lily remained isolated at gate 16, her ticket stub wrinkled in her palm. Moisture gathered in her vision, not from remorse, but from complete depletion. It had required her 12 months of taking extra hours to cover that departure. The position in Seattle, a role at an organization helping disabled youth, represented her aspiration. Yet the meeting was arranged for the following sunrise. No additional departures would arrive promptly. She messaged the recruitment director with apologies and powered down her device. A maintenance worker cleaning close by observed her expression. "You all right, young lady?" She dried her moisture. "Yes, just didn't catch my departure." He offered a gentle acknowledgement as though he grasped beyond her statement. Time dragged on. Lily roamed around the terminal, uncertain of her next move. Her funds were exhausted, her tomorrow unclear. While she walked past a cafe, the employee behind the register shouted, "Miss Lily Carter." Lily turned, startled. "You've been asked to report to Gate 4. Someone is expecting you there." Puzzled and cautious, she proceeded, pulling her tired luggage along. When she reached Gate 4, two gentlemen in business attire welcomed her with warm expressions. "Miss Carter, Mr. Wellington wishes to speak with you," one stated. "Mr. Wellington," she echoed. They offered no explanation, simply motioned toward a VIP area nearby. Within, the illumination was subdued, the seating elegant and lavish. Resting on an oversized cushioned seat was the elderly gentleman from before, now dressed in a tailored midnight suit, enjoying beverages as though he controlled everything. Because, as events revealed, he actually did, at minimum this portion of it. "I believed I'd never encounter you once more." The gentleman grinned. "Take a seat, if you would." Lily blinked rapidly. You're recovered." "I am, because of you." She sat down uncertainly, feeling overwhelmed. "I didn't make my departure. I had a career meeting." He lifted a palm. "I'm aware of everything. I made inquiries." Lily was astonished. "Who might you be?" He bent closer and extended a weathered palm. "Arthur Wellington, creator and executive of Sky Legend Airlines." The statement struck her like thunder. She inhaled sharply. You possess the airline, in theory." He laughed softly. "My children manage the majority now, but I continue visiting terminals independently. I enjoy observing individuals. You witness the finest and darkest in them at these places. He examined her, and on this day I witnessed something uncommon. Lily was without words. You sacrificed everything to assist a complete stranger. Most individuals would have continued walking. You refused. She dropped her gaze. I performed what anybody ought to have performed. He grinned. That's precisely the issue. Not everybody performs it. But you showed me the reason I established this enterprise initially, not for revenue, but for humanity. He retrieved a device and placed a call. Inform the Seattle branch to reorganize Miss Carter's meeting and to transport the executive committee there. I want them to encounter her. He disconnected, then faced her, and should the meeting succeed, you'll receive the position. We'll handle lodging and compensation discussions. Let's simply state you won't require concern about finances once more for quite some time. Lily stared blankly. Why? Why would you perform that? Because our world requires more individuals like you, he stated plainly, and because you assisted an elderly gentleman whom everybody else disregarded. 14 days afterward, Lily was strolling through a peaceful garden in Seattle, currently displaying a corporate identification and a spirit overflowing with appreciation. She hadn't simply secured the position. She had been given the principal responsibility in creating Sky Legend's fresh philanthropic division focused on assisting senior travelers, financially struggling households, and community health care workers. Yet she hadn't shared anyone the complete narrative, not her colleagues, not the press, not even her housemates. Because compassion to her wasn't concerned with praise. It was concerned with performing what's moral, particularly when nobody's observing. And at this moment, dear viewer, you understand who she truly is. The individual you observe in the widespread footage beaming alongside Arthur Wellington, the person being presented as the representative of the airline's largest humanitarian program. That's Lily. The ordinary individual who didn't catch her departure to rescue a complete stranger and finished up soaring beyond anything she ever dreamed. Compassion carries no monetary value, but it possesses the ability to unlock opportunities wealth never could. Never pause to assist somebody requiring help, because occasionally the redirect you make from empathy is the precise route intended to transform your existence permanently.